Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. Listen, you guys. So I want to talk about these two TikTokers. Okay, I'm sure they're more than just TikTokers, but a lot of people know them from TikTok. Also, Ukoko Skoteni did do interviews with both. She did an interview with Dominic, and then she did do an interview with Unoni. Okay. And but I want to talk about this one particular issue, guys, and there is an issue that is new to some of us, which is the issue of my pronouns, and you will find that a person, a lot of the times when you see a person in your mind, you can make a determination because you know what, this is a man, and we tend to assume ukuthi, when you look at a person and if you are saying a man, if you think you are saying a man, automatically you go into saying it's a he. If you think you're seeing a woman, and then you say it's a she, and sometimes you are confused. Okay, but I guess for a lot of people it is a new thing that now we can't really make an assumption, because even when you absolutely can see that this is a man, you cannot make an assumption that they want to be referred to as a he. It's the same for women. Okay, and it's a lot of changes for a lot of people, you guys. And for some of us, we do try and respect what people want. If you want me to say he when I'm referring to you, I will do that, whether I understand or not. I do feel like, you guys, when it comes to the alphabet community, there is so much that sometimes I don't understand. Sometimes I feel like, okay, now I get it, and then there's something new, and then I'm like, okay, now I get this part of it, and then there's something new. But I always do my level best to try and understand, and or at least just respect, even if I don't understand it or don't agree. But I respect if a person wants to be referred to as a certain way. Okay, but here's the thing, you guys, because if you are not part of the community, of course, for an example of me, it's just like I just feel like it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot to remember. Okay, he, she, here, they, them, all of that. Okay, but we will try and do it. But here is the thing, you guys. I do feel like for me, when because if somebody has said to me, for an example, I don't want you to refer to me as a she, even though I feel like this is a woman, and I continue saying she, it would be an issue, like, I'm not respecting them. But I do feel like the community itself, they don't respect each other when it comes to uh their choices. They don't respect each other. The alphabet community itself do not respect each other when it comes to their choices, and also they don't respect each other when it comes to their pronouns. And now I kind of feel like, especially with these two, you guys, I'm going to play the video that I am basing this argument on. And I feel like, then why, Tina, should we even bother to remember all of these things now that we have to remember? Like, I have to remember that this one wants me to refer to them as a he. So when I do a video, but this one I must say he, and then this one I must say she, and then this one. Why should we bother that much if they themselves, being part of that community, don't really respect each other within the community? And is it really what they say it is? If really deep down, for an example, you guys, I'm a black person, and I wouldn't want somebody to refer to me with the K word. Okay, I wouldn't. And in addition to that, there's never going to be a time where I refer to another black person uh, as a K word. I'm never going to use that word to referring to another black person or another person overall. Any person for that matter, I would not refer to them using the K word, because I do not believe that that's a word that should be used, you know, on a person. Okay, so now imagine now if I started if as black people we just started calling each other with that word, but then we were saying that that word is not acceptable to yours. How confusing it would be. It would be like the N word in America, because that's the confusion with some people to say, but if you guys are calling you yourselves this word, how come we can't use it? Okay, so I feel like that even with this community, to say if they don't respect each other, they don't and they challenge each other's pronouns, because we are supposed to accept it. If a person says that I'm a he, refer to me as a he, refer to me as a she, we just supposed to accept it. We're not even supposed to be asking no questions, because it's none of our business. But they don't respect each other within the community. And also, is it really what as deep as they are making us feel like it is, if when they are referring to each other, they are challenging each other's pronouns? When somebody says, I'm going to call him a he, even though he wants to be called a she, you know so why are we even bothering cracking our heads now, wanting to make sure that we are respecting how they want us to refer to them, when within the community born itself they don't respect each other? Let me show you what I'm talking about. So Gogo Skoteni did an interview with Dominic, and part of that interview, uh, I guess earlier on, before the interview began, Dominic had been very specific to say to Gogo Skoteni, listen, you can talk about anything with me, you can ask me any questions, but make sure that you don't refer to me as a he. Let me just play this short clip here, and then we are going to talk about I'm going to play the next video, and then we'll talk about it and then close this video.
But when we ask, we are being called homophobic. We are being called all these names. Hi, when we name problem, I'm gay and all that. Um, sifuna ukwazi, you can understand, but kunembuzo engizothi uma ngikubuza ukuthi sihlala sizwa abo bottom abo things like that. We want to know what's that, so that we don't discriminate you guys. Singa njengamanje, I love the fact that when you walked in, you were like, Gogo, you can ask me anything, you can say anything, but don't call me a he. Don't say he to me. Say she. You said it. And if you didn't say it, to him. And you didn't take offense. But abanye, it's
Okay, so this is what was said at the interview, that Dominic had said that she does not want Gogo Skoteni to refer to her as a he. Okay, so she's very clear about that. Okay. So you guys fine. The interview went well. By the way, you guys, this interview was very, very good. Okay, it was a very good interview. And she talks a lot about her life, her childhood experiences and all of that. I loved this interview. If you have time and you haven't watched it, please watch it. Okay. But they also get to talking about Unoni, you guys. Noni, they call her dating coach or something, which I don't understand, but she is a dating coach, guys. So anyway, I don't have issues with Noni, but I guess I have an issue with especially when it comes to trans women trying to tell women how to be as women, because I believe that the experience of being a woman is different from the experience of being a trans woman. It's not the same. It can never be the same. And so I have an issue when she's trying to tell women how to be. Okay, you are not a woman, you are a trans woman. Okay, trans woman, because there is a difference there. If somebody that is born a woman than somebody that has transitioned. Okay. By the way, you guys, does anybody know Noni before transitioning? Because you can never find any pictures of her before she transitioned. And I do wonder, you guys, like, what if I came here as Ntando and I said that, guys, I am a trans woman. I wasn't born a woman, I was born a man. How would you guys know for sure that it's true? So I wondered that about Noni. Does anybody know Noni before she was she, before she transitioned? I guess she's always been a she, but before she transitioned, does anybody know? But that's besides the point. So they talk about Unoni, and I guess Unoni and Dominic don't get along there by TikTok, because there by TikTok, you guys, nobody gets along. It's just people attacking each other, and people just attacking each other. And it's quite interesting to watch. Okay, so they don't get along, and so Dominic gets to talk about. Noni talks about how Noni wears this thick makeup, and all of that, not so nice. And then Noni responded to that. You guys, I want you to watch this video.
uNoni, I think le makeup le ayifakayo le engathi simende.
At this rate mina ngihlala ekhanda lika Dominic and angikhokhi rent, ngihlala rent free and ngihlala rent free day after day, and I wonder ukuthi i-energy engako Dominic ukukhuluma ngami uyitholaphi, but uyibhasi uyindlovu enkulu uhleli lapha kuyashisa, I'm sure kunuka umchamo uhlangane nesinefu uhlangane nama-spam, but angihlangene and I digress. Umbuzo wami ukuthi what's this chat about i-makeup engathi usamende. Babe, I've been posting videos without makeup. Me without makeup versus Dominic with makeup on his best day. Baby, I still look 10 times better than him. And why do I say him? Dominic hleze vokalana ethi yena uyi non-gender confirming lapha kula interviews bizenge gay. So what's the biggest issue if I say that he looks like a boy in heels? What's the biggest issue there? And I like how people like to forget ukuthi iqalephi indaba. Dominic sekhohle kudala yena izinto awazisho kumina. Ngiziswelele minding my own business. He was one of the people ekhipha le nzipho zakhe lezi zabathakathi spewing his opinions that no one really cares about, and now it's an issue when I speak back because mina ngikhuluma amaqiniso. No, let's be honest. People follow me for my opinions and my analysis of the dating scene and my analysis of human behavior. People follow Dominic because he is a spectacle. People follow Dominic because they are surprised ukuthi how lo enje ezazi naye ukuthi unje, but he wakes up day after day and then he functions in this delusion. Ati, look at me. I look like Miss Universe. Miss Universe when not even in your own dreams. In your own dreams, if you apply for Miss Universe, you wouldn't win. That's why people follow you. You are not even comedy. You're like a spectacle. It's like people going to a circus to watch clowns. That's why people watch you, because you are a delusional little spectacle. Bayasibuza abantu ukuthi hawo ungabuka ngathi ungabuka ngathi umkhovu oyindlovu ushayiswe ibhasi odla maselesele ebusuku ujika uvuke utshela amadoda South Africa uthi you are lucky to have me. In your own head, that's why people follow you. And then the fake people come in the comments, then they say, yes, queen, yes, queen, yes, queen. If we say, yes, queen, yes, mama, it's an issue. Babe, come on. And then ujike lapho ubuye uzokhuluma English engathi siyazi. English engayindawo futhi amagama nje esingisi. Maybe you got lost. Maybe you don't understand. Babe, uthini akushintshi. Akushintshi iqiniso alijiki. Wena awuthanda ukuthi mina ngikhuluma iqiniso. Finish and clear. Talking about weaves. Babe, I've got beautiful natural hair. Eshaya emqolo. I don't have to flex about weaves. How do you look like with no makeup on, with no wig on? Oh, wena nje ndoda emadodeni, please.
Listen, you guys, I think that at this point, honestly, I feel like the community, okay, the community needs to have like imbizo, imbizo is a conference, okay, in Zulu. Well, in English, it's conference. In Zulu, is imbizo. They need to have imbizo and just decide honestly what they want to give us as information, because at this point they're giving us conflicting information, because if within the community they don't believe each other, in this thing of, say, if somebody says that they want to be referred to as a he, but now we are seeing a she. Sometimes we are seeing a he, but they say no, it's he. Sometimes we are seeing one person, but they're saying them. If they themselves haven't decided really what information they want to give to us, so that, because we want to respect them, but at this point it's very hard to respect them because it just looks like within the community now, but they don't respect each other. Within the community now, but they don't believe each other. They don't believe each other's stories, okay? Because Dominic has been very clear in saying that, I guess, according to Kokos Kotseni, to say what he wants to be referred to as a he, as a she, and Unoniana is like saying, listen, I will call you a he. Okay. So is it okay for us to call Unoni a he too if we just decide that, listen, see, now we are seeing a man here, so we will call you a he. Is it okay to do that? Okay. Will Noni be okay to do that? Okay. Because Nabangits, they are challenging each other's pronouns. Can we challenge them too? Okay. So I just feel like at this point, you guys, I'm just gonna wait for that in Bezo. Okay, to happen, because I'm confused. I need to know what do they want us to do if they themselves are not sure about what's happening with the community. Okay, they are confusing us. It's already confusing enough, you guys, that now, I have to think, okay, is it a he, a she, a it, a they, a them, and whatever, and try and respect that, you guys, when it's not even necessary, because they themselves don't respect it when it comes to each other. Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to talk about on this video. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.